The face of the brand demanded 70%, so I handed him the reins completely. Chase, my business partner, told me, I'm the face of this agency, so I deserve 70% of the profits. I just looked at him and said, you know what? You're absolutely right. Then, I stopped doing all the invisible work. Chase and I started a boutique marketing firm about 3 years ago. We always split everything, 50-50. He did the networking, the fancy lunches, the glad handing. I did literally everything else. The coding, the client fulfillment, the late night server maintenance. One Friday afternoon, he sat down in my office, sipping a $6 latte. He looked at me, dead serious, and said, I've been thinking, I bring in the clients, I am the brand. 50-50 doesn't make sense anymore. I want a 70-30 split in my favor. Smooth, confident, delusional. You think being the face means you run the body? I asked. He smirked. I mean, without me, there is no business. I nodded slowly. Okay, let's do it your way. He looked surprised, but then he smiled. He thought he had won. That weekend, I drafted a new operating agreement. I gave him exactly what he asked for, 70%. But I also stopped covering the extra costs I had been quietly paying out of pocket. The premium server hosting, canceled. The automated client software I built on my personal account, revoked. I stopped answering client emails after 5 in the evening. I stopped fixing the website bugs on Sundays. By Tuesday afternoon, his world was on fire. Clients were calling, furious. The main portal was down. Chase burst into my office, sweating. What is going on? The servers crashed. I didn't even look up from my coffee. Oh yeah, I stopped paying for the premium hosting. Since you get 70%, I figured you'd want to handle the infrastructure. Are you insane? He yelled. Fix it. I'm just the 30% guy now, I said quietly. I do exactly 30% of the work. He stormed out. A few days later, I needed to print something and used the front desk computer. Chase had left his email open. I wasn't trying to snoop, but a subject line caught my eye. Buyout terms. Final phase. I clicked it. He was negotiating to sell our entire client list to a massive competitor. His plan? Secure the deal, force me into the 30% minority role, take the payout, and leave me with nothing but an empty company shell. I just stood there, took a few photos with my phone, and closed the tab. The next morning, I called our biggest clients, the ones I had personally built relationships with through years of actual hard work. I explained the situation and offered them a smooth transition to my new solo agency. Every single one of them said yes. When Chase finally came into the office on Thursday,